welcome to behind the scenes.
Who'd have thought the job of a school caretaker would be so dramatic? On top of his daily rounds, the Doctor has to clean up quite a big mess. From a robotic soldier from the future, a rocky relationship,
You wouldn't go out with a PE teacher.
and of course, the odd spillage.
Ah, yes.
So grab your mop. It's time we showed you how much elbow grease went into this episode. Being that this episode was set in a school, it was no surprise we headed to Coal Hill Secondary. Clara's day job as an English teacher was set to become a lot more complicated. And one student who had appeared in earlier episodes was excited to get the call to come back with a starring role.
My mum called me, she was like, "Elle, you might have some more stuff." I was like, "Oh my gosh, never." Fine, you know, maybe I'll accept it. I don't know.
Ellis was also looking forward to meeting her first Doctor Who creature, the Scovox Blitzer.
Everyone keeps telling me about it, and I'm just like, I want to see it. I want to be part of this gang. Just see the skull box.
Time you found out how our team created this fearsome warrior.
From start to finish, it was about 4 weeks. That's from the beginning of the sculpt for the top section, the model making for the bottom section, and all the mechanics inside. And we had a little issue with getting the legs as close to the ground as we could, so it didn't look like it was hovering too much, which we've done, but because they're not weight-bearing, you know, we can't have him walking along on his legs. And what we've got right in the centre, right in the bowels, is an electric motor, and that's linked up to our little control box here. So it's just a simple on-off switch, forward and reverse, and leg speed.
But this killer robot isn't all machine. There's someone inside operating the top half.
I'm basically sitting crouched inside. So if they want it left or right, I've got to, and you go and scream that way, scream right that way.
Some of you at home may recognise this veteran of Doctor Who from past episodes.
I've been the Alien Prig, the Grask, the Grosk, Banacapalata, and the Christmas special with Kylie Minogue.
How does being inside a robot compare to being a spiky redhead?
Slightly easier being inside to work it. I've got to be there to make sure that the head, the arms, the guns, you know, the movements are there. Inside the school box, it is very warm, very warm. The guys have rigged a small fan that can draw air in, you know, but we don't keep it going because it is cold.
While Jimmy cools off, we should catch up with Coal Hill's new employee.
I'm the new caretaker, John Smith.
What does Peter think about his new career?
I think there's a part of the Doctor that quite enjoys being a caretaker.
Thanks.
I think that his skill and understanding of the world is put to good use by being a caretaker. I think he likes showing off. So I think he's happy to be seen in a position where he can suddenly surprise people with his spectacular skills.
I find it hilarious that the Doctor in The Caretaker has the worst disguise you've ever seen.
I'm a caretaker now. Look, I've got a brush.
Doctor. And the way Peter plays it as well, he thinks he's being so clever. Nobody's going to know because he's the caretaker and he's just wearing a jacket.
But it's not the first time our wanderer in time and space has briefly settled down and got himself a job. In fact, it's not even the first time he's worked in a school, having once been a physics teacher in a modern-day secondary.
Good morning, class.
And serving as a master at Farringham School for Boys in 1913. The first Doctor started it all, serving as a lawman in Tombstone after he was deputised by the legendary gunslinger Wyatt Earp. Years later, the 11th Doctor became a Marshal in Mercy, Time Lord with a badge. The 11th Doctor also spent time as a rapper, toy maker, a caretaker for the Arwells, and even another job that came with a badge, as shop assistant. On a grander level, the 4th Doctor became the president of the Time Lords, which technically made him one of the most powerful individuals on Gallifrey. But the job he held down for the longest period was working as the scientific advisor for UNIT. The 3rd Doctor took the position and the 4th continued it. And years later, the 11th Doctor implied he'd never resigned. But the Doctor's #1 job, and let's face it, pretty much his full-time role, intergalactic time-travelling hero. Speciality, saving planet Earth. This episode was created by a renowned Doctor Who writer, Gareth Roberts. Peter was not only impressed with his Scovox impression, but his fantastic skills with a pen.
Stop, Scovox, Blitz, a superior Scovox out of us a stop, analyse, stop.
It's quite a difficult gig to try and make a Doctor Who story work in a school. And I think he did that very successfully, but with great humour and vigour.
Human beings have incredibly short lifespans. Frankly, you should all be in a permanent state of panic.
I like the fact that we have kids who are quite tough and quite lippy.
Hello, miss. Love to the squaddy.
And I think the Doctor, being as he himself is a rebel, I think he enjoys Courtney's insolence.
Hello? Mr. Smith, there's a spillage in geography. I need paper towels.
Just on my first scene. Fun, very hard, harder than you think. It's really fun.
But that wasn't the most exciting thing Ellis had when she came back to Doctor Who.
Who was it that came up to me? They were like, oh, Ellis, come, you've got your own chair. Even has your name. I was like, I saw it. It said my name. It's like Ellis George. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Yeah, just keep taking pictures. Obviously, I didn't react like that. I was like, calm, average. It happens to me every day, yeah.
Ellis, what do you think of your character?
She's very, big for her boots, should I say. I think I'd be a bit scared of her.
Good to meet you.
And you.
Yeah, I get lost.
Honestly, give us the gossip. What's Clara like as a teacher?
Yeah, my teacher Clara's quite good. She's quite nice. I feel bad for her. I'm not a very nice student.
Ella is so cool. Takes absolutely everything in her stride. So easy, so chilled. She's very funny in the series as well. I think, she's got a lot of talent.
Oh, Ellis is great. She's a gas. So funny, so full of energy, and just so perfect for this. And she'd just been doing a drama exam on the first morning that we were working together, and I would have given her full marks, and I hope they did too.
Well, Clara's pupil may have got full marks from the Doctor, but I don't think Danny will be getting any gold stars anytime soon. He's managed to sneak onto the TARDIS.
Today, I've been given an invisibility watch. Well, all it does is make it disappear. Well, it can tell the time too, but, you know, I got a mobile phone for that now.
And you were told you'd never make it onto the TARDIS?
I honestly did not expect to get onto the TARDIS, but yeah, it's finally happened. I said it never would, yes, to many more times. I've tried to resist, but there's a child in me that just wants to see if I can make it take off.
What would you do with an invisible watch?
Oh, if I could be invisible. I mean, I'm already a little bit of a prankster, but I'd have the world believing in ghosts, for sure. Actually, all this talk of disappearing, I might go and get into some trouble now, boys. Cheerio.
While Samuel's off causing trouble, we should go catch up with Clara and see how this relationship is going.
He's my boyfriend.
Him?
Yes, him. When the Doctor finds out about Danny, I think it's a huge turning point in the series because it's always been Clara and the Doctor. This is the point where actually you can kind of see how protective the Doctor is of Clara. It's quite moving and very sweet.
There's a mistake. You've made a boyfriend error.
The Doctor has been around the block. Every time there is a new relationship in his life, within it, others seeds of doom. I think Danny is someone to be watched.
Time Lord! Might have known.
The Doctor doesn't know this about himself, but he shows off to women and insults men.
You have to salute those.
Definitely not.
He doesn't particularly like it when there's another bloke in the room that the girl he arrived with wants to talk to. It's not straightforward jealousy, it's just hang on, who's the alpha male here?
And you can get out of my TARDIS.
Oh, immediately, sir.
Time to find out what's happening back at Coal Hill School.
OK, well, today we are in a sunny Wales, blowing up the school.
Production hero, me.
And then we're just about to set up, in a minute, a load of additional mayhem with big fireballs happening inside. So a bit of a tricky one. As you can see, it's quite a small building. Yeah, going to be an exciting day.
So, what was your favourite subject in school?
Yeah, chemistry was my favourite and also probably my downfall.
Well, that figures. While we're going to blow it up, our Samuel is busy saving the day.
I feel brilliant, just saved the world, but it's all in a day's work, really, for Danny. It's more than a math teacher.
Sounds like the Doctor has some competition. Do you think you're a match for the Doctor?
No way. That's a tough one. I'm trying though. It did just make a mess up, so I think I fixed that one.
Good start.
Well, that seems to have cleaned everything up quite nicely. Danny and Clara's relationship is back on track, the Scovox Blitzer is back where he belongs, and someone even got to go on a special trip. So there's nothing left to say other than this.
Thank you for watching. Good night.